And welcome into another rip-roaring edition here of the Let's Go Devils podcast, powered by the powerful Sam Wu, somewhere lurking in the background. Oh, there he is.
Hey, look, you decided
Look
to
who
show
finally
up.
showed up. All right.
Yeah.
The whole crew is here.
And
The crew is here.
And crew. Not old crew and crew, bud.
And crew.
We're getting pumped for another episode here at the Let's Go Devils podcast. Big Sunday show. Welcome to everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. Sorry, X Live. I keep still doing
X.
that incorrectly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
X. Yeah, the
If you're on
DX
it, it's the
Live.
same.
Suck it. So, either way, welcome. We're, 12 days away here? 11 days away from the puck dropping.
Yeah, 11.
On the new season. Cannot wait. We got a bunch of preseason games going on already. Devils undefeated. Some surprise scorers. Some young talent making their name felt. And a lot of cuts already happening at training camp. So a ton to discuss on this fantastical Sunday evening. I'm Scotty, along here with Shorts Guy and Beer Baron, Long Valley coach extraordinaire, as we all know.
Yeah, buddy.
The greatest youth
Undefeated.
girls field hockey
Undefeated.
coach in the history of the world.
No, I'm an assistant coach. Anybody that's ever been an assistant coach knows you sit back, you let the head coach do their business, and you just make
You got
sure
the A?
everything else is in order. I got the A.
You got the A? Okay, very nice.
Yeah, bud.
Well, welcome everybody. How's it going, man? Some exciting
4-0,
things happening
boys.
with this
4-0.
this
I know.
week. Whew. Some good preseason games. I had to re-up my
Yeah.
ESPN Plus subscription finally. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's how I know hockey season is back.
Yeah. Yeah, you're paying
Yeah,
for
the
ESPN
the MSG Plus, where they asked me if I wanted to spend $300+ a month, or $300 or whatever it was, like some outrageous amount of money to watch Devils hockey. It's basically like $10 a game they wanted to watch.
I
said,
saw that.
I'll piggyback off of somebody else. It's okay. I'm sorry, my cable company can't figure it out, so I'll just piggyback off of somebody else. I'm not going to pay you $300 to watch the Devils hockey.
Yeah, that's. I saw them advertising at $9.99 a game. It's like, really? Like that seems like quite a bit.
That's a lot.
That's quite a bit. if you wanna watch
$9.99 a game.
$9.
So $10 a game, and there's 82
Yeah.
games. So put the math together.
Man,
It's a bit
that's
much. Do I?
hefty.
I don't even know. Do I get that because I have that as part of my cable? I have no idea. I haven't had time to look into it. So
Who's your
MSG
cable?
Plus?
Who's your cable?
it's my cable is owned by the great James Dolan, who likes to ruin my internet on this podcast. So yeah,
I
Optimum.
think if you
Yeah.
I
You're,
think you do
as
get
long
one.
as you're not Verizon or whatever that is. Verizon's what's the Philly one?
Oh, Comcast.
Comcast. Thank you. That's what I have. You can't. If you have Comcast, you're screwed. If you're outside of Comcast, I guess you're all right.
Okay, cool.
So if we need any Philadelphia Flyers updates, we know who to go to then.
Exactly. Beer Baron.
Yeah, me.
Flyers
Of course.
extraordinaire.
Did you see that?
100%.
Did you see that? I don't even know what company it was, but the Flyers have the ad on their jersey. It looks. I don't know. I can't.
I haven't
I don't
seen
like
it yet. I haven't
Was
seen
it
it yet.
Pornhub?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
The colors work.
It's,
The colors work for Philly. If it should have been that.
No, it's like blue. It's like a bright blue that they have in like the upper left-hand corner, on the
gotta
chest
look at
over
this.
here.
I gotta look
With
at
their,
this.
I guess Philly's got New Jerseys. I don't know. I didn't pay attention, I guess, as much. They don't really look that different from the other Philly jerseys, but I don't know. But they have that. I don't know if that. I can't recall if that was on there last year or not. But it's ugly.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it.
I'm very happy
Joe
the Devils only
Burrow.
have that on their helmet. I don't mind the
Yeah.
helmet as much. I don't want it on the
Oh.
jersey though. I don't want no advertising
Yeah.
on the jersey.
That IBX, yeah, that just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Like At least bring in a sponsor that's going to be, or at least have it as a color that's going to go with your jersey and color scheme. But
Yeah.
I
Well, first cut out of the deck.
He's going to pontificate. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, he's just
James
thinking.
Dolan heard
He's
you.
thinking.
He heard him mock him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to cut him right out. Cut him right out."
James Dolan. I hate James Dolan.
He knew it. He heard you.
I know he heard. He always.
He's got a button. He's got a button in his office.
I know.
Right now, just for you.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to dump my James Dolan internet for something much better. Well, hopefully better than this James Dolan internet crap.
Swamp Fox, ESPN Plus is $120 a year. However, I do believe if you live in the New Jersey area, the games will all be blacked out.
The Devils games, I believe they are. Yeah.
If you have, you can't just get ESPN Plus and watch them that way. They'll black them out because MSG is in that area. I can because I'm in LA. That's how I watch all the games.
Yeah, you can.
It's
Yeah,
through-
but
you can because you're out of market.
Yeah, except for when they come to play the Ducks or the Kings, and then all of a sudden, poof, my games are gone. You know?
But usually you're there when they're playing the Ducks and the Kings.
Yeah, no, but that's the same thing because they play on whatever it is, the Bally Sports, I think it is that the Kings are on out here. But yeah, it's the same thing because then they're in the area, so the game is blacked out.
But
so yeah, that's the only bad thing.
Yeah, but the point about all that is like, yeah, it's a joke, but it's not. We're going on two seasons now that we have been blacked out in this market, and the fact that MSG is not carried on Comcast. Like, how is this even? And it's not. This is a problem we've talked about before. It's not just the Devils. It's like Devils, Rangers, Knicks, Islanders. There's multiple teams that are being blacked out in an entire market in your region. How the hell does anybody let that go? Like, how's this not been figured out? It's been 2 years.
The only
reason I'm allowed to
corporations
watch
fighting
James Dolan.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but like
Dolan.
The only reason that I'm allowed to watch hockey is because I'm piggybacking off of somebody else. I won't say who it is because I don't want to get them in trouble. But I'm just saying, like, this is ridiculous. As a person who pays,
mom and dad and crew,
mom and dad, mom and crew, mom and crew. Mom, can you help me? Well, what do you want me to do?
Just turn it to Cartman.
I mean, I can't do it. I can't do it any other way. So I'm like, I know they don't have Optimum, so I'll be like, hey, what's that? Or they do have Optimum. They don't have whatever the hell I have. But the point being is like the fact that this is going on for 2 years is ridiculous. Like, yesterday I was able to watch the Devils preseason game through their website, right? So I watched it on my phone, which most people did, which is still not like enjoyable, but at least we're able to watch it. But the point is, like, you get into the regular season, how has this not been resolved? Like, as a professional sports team, you're missing like a huge portion of your demographic. Like, how is that not like something that you want to like? I know it's not them, but how are the owners of the Devils or Rangers? Well, I mean, Rangers and Island are the Rangers and Knicks. It's one person, Dolan. So
yeah,
he's like, oh, we don't carry it on our mind, so we might as not carry it at all. But the fact that it's still going on is like, it's ridiculous.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. But you know, like, and how do I feel like we're the only people that are outraged about it? Is there anybody else that's pissed off about it? Like every time MSG posts like something on Twitter, I always follow, like I like retweet it. I retweet it, and I'm always like, oh, by the way, thanks for not carrying us on a local cable network, so I can't even watch my own team. This is ridiculous.
They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, it's not the team.
It's corporations.
It's the corporations, behind it's all the money there. And thank you, Max, for the super chat over there.
Yeah, Flyers do suck, Max. You're right.
But yeah, it's terrible, man. I mean, I know out here in LA, a lot of people experience the same thing with the Dodgers because the Dodgers are Spectrum, and they have it nailed down. Like, you have to have Spectrum if you want to watch the Dodgers games. If you have AT&T or Verizon around here, not getting them. So that's what they're trying to do, is get those exclusive contracts and money. Go to
Mhm.
Optimum. That's it. Got to go to Optimum. That's what they want to do because there's a lot of people that have Verizon and Vios and others. And
Woo!
whack him up.
By the
You're
way,
about 10 minutes late there, Captain Wu.
and no, he did it. He did it on time. He did it on time. Don't get on him.
I did it a while ago.
By the way,
that was me.
Nate said Sergei Nemchinov days away until the season. Nice reference.
Very nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wasn't Bill Guerin 12 as well?
Yeah, so was Brian Ralston, which I have a Brian Ralston 12
yeah.
jersey.
Ralston
was 14 when he first came up. No, he's 14 when he first came up, and then he went away. And then when he came back from Boston, he was number 12 because
then he was
Gianta was 14. So when he came back, he was wearing number 12.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have a Brian Ralston 12 jersey. I should have worn that today. Damn it, that would have been a good one.
Well, there's always next week.
Oh, we did that obscure, like, what's your obscure jersey? And I forgot I had that in the closet. The old Brian Ralston number 12.
Ralston's not bad though. That's not so obscure.
Yeah, I love Ralston.
Who did we come up with? Oh yeah, Vern Fiddler.
It's not obscure.
If anyone has the Vern Fiddler jersey,
I feel like our buddy JJ would have a Vern Fiddler jersey. For some reason, I feel like he would have that.
Oh man. Well, I saw the games on my nice big TV because I'm out here in LA and they're on ESPN Plus.
Colorado,
so
yeah, Colorado first.
It was pretty nice to see some of these games.
Heck yeah.
A shellacking of the Flyers in the first game 6-0. Then they took out Montreal split squad. Then we played the Rangers, which was a tight game, but the Devils won. Seeing Shesterkin for
and we played the Flyers again
as well. And then we played the Flyers again with Carter Hart in there for a good portion of time as well.
Yeah, a little OT winner.
OT winner on the hallway to hell. We got to get some new themes going for Devils After Dark. Now the gravy train is gone, so we can't go off the rails on the gravy train anymore. So, so the hallway to hell, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
I'll try. We try.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll work it out.
Yeah,
we dabble.
But I think the before we get into the cuts and the reassignments and everything like that, I think the big thing to mention is one particular prospect who every Devils fan has their eyes on, and he comes from the land of Sweden.
Ooh, Holtz.
He wears number 10. And he's looking to score a lot of goals. As Samu has told you, he's going to score more than Alexander Ovechkin in his career. Hot
confirmed, unconfirmed. Confirmed, unconfirmed.
Hot take.
Hot cakes. Might be hot cakes with Samu.
Hot cakes and hot takes. Unless Miss Wu finds out.
Cakes and takes. Yeah.
Not hot cakes. Miss Wu finds out it's just hot takes, no hot cakes. No.
Should make a little graphic where like the hot cakes like gets like striked out, you know?
Get on that, Sam.
Picture of Mrs. Wu pops up and then the hot cakes get striked out. But Alexander Holtz scoring 2 goals and he almost had a third in the Flyers game yesterday as well. I don't know if you fellas saw any of these games. I know it's been difficult over there in New Jersey
on the phone,
but
you watch it on the phone.
But what do you think so far of the performance of Mr. Alexander Holtz?
In my opinion, look who he's lined with. He's lined with Timo Meier and Nico Hischier, and if that line can keep together, I feel like he's going to optimize his opportunities on that kind of line, right? So you have not as much pressure as you would. It's like, all right, you're the number 6 overall pick. Now we need to get onto a top line. This team is so loaded that if he could fit into that top 1, 2, 3, right? So he could fit into anywhere in those top 3 lines. And it's like, all right, kid, you fit in and you do what you got to do. It's not like you have to go out there and like be, oh man, you gotta do everything. You got to be the next guy. It's like the team is so set. I feel like it's a good position for him to be in. And the goals he scored, and like the last goal that he scored in that last game, it was a nice little setup, and it was just like, boom, you're there, boom, you clean it up, boom, put it in the net. Like you did what you have to do. You're in the right place, right time. Like that's what it is.
Apparently, it was assisted by Johnny Gaudreau, according to the Philadelphia TV station.
Well, according to them, yes, yeah,
yeah,
because they're living in an alternate universe in the Spider-Verse of whatever the hell that is, like some weirdo Gaudreau. He sure never made it to the Devils kind of thing.
Yeah. If no one caught that, there were some interesting people on the Devils roster yesterday, according to the Philadelphia Flyers over there. So, somehow Johnny Gaudreau got an assist on that Holtz goal.
Look at that. So would would Gaudreau be the only Devil to get an assist that's actually not a Devil in the history of the Devils?
Yeah, probably.
Who was the single player? Who was the single player to get an assist for the Devils without ever wearing a Devils sweater? Johnny Gaudreau.
That'd be a good buck. I forget how they pronounce that, but anybody do that? Like the Sudoku, but it's like hockey. It's great. It's fun. I can't pronounce it, but it's great. That'd be like that one category. Who's the only player that didn't play for your team that scored a goal? And the Devils would be Johnny Gaudreau.
Just an assist. Don't be giving him a goal now, all right?
Yeah, don't give him a goal, but still.
Just an assist. All the way from Columbus,
Yeah.
That's a long distance. Got good reach.
That's a long distance assist.
I do have to say, though,
stretching the
anybody
ice.
Else. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but the team that we've been in split squad, preseason, like you have certain guys on the ice and certain games, and you know other guys are resting. Like in the Rangers game, Jack Hughes was out there. This past game, you have Meyer, you have Nico, you have Holtz. I feel like you could take any of these preseason team games and you could put that roster against any of the old Devils rosters in the last 10 years, and it'd still be better than the Devils rosters have been in the last 10 years. And that's what's pretty exciting about this. Well, yeah, but even last year, there's adding to Foley. No disrespect to Tatar or anybody else, but adding to Foley to this team and having Meyer locked up for a long time, this roster, the way it's constructed right now, is so much more talented than they've seen in the last even Taylor Hall years. You look at it and you're like, even when they made the playoffs in 17-18, you could take a half of this unit, put it against that team, and they'd still dominate. So it's pretty exciting to see. They're 4-0, but they're 4-0 for a good reason. They have a lot of talent.
Well, it's preseason as well. We never want to get too excited about preseason because, the other teams are playing their minor leaguers as well and everything like that. But I don't know if any of you guys caught this, but we should thank Thomas Tatar because the Devils did offer him a 1-year contract that he turned down, looking for a multi-year deal, and that's his right, and I get it. But it was during that time that Fitzy was like, okay, why don't we go get this Toffoli guy there instead? Yeah, this looks like a good deal. Yeah, why don't you come on over here, Thomas? We'll see you later.
And then he was sitting on a corner, and he's going to get a sandwich at the local deli. With these guys. Like that Fitzgerald sounds like a regular guy that you find at a deli.
Hey, he's got the turkey and fresh mozzarella over here. Come on, with a little basil spread. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But, that's something that we may not be seeing Tyler Toffoli in a Devils uniform had Thomas Tatar taken that deal.
Yeah, you're
right.
not off on that. You're not. Yeah, I mean, I think you dumbfounded both of us on that, but yeah.
Well, no, I was dumbfounded I was forced to be dumbfounded because of my lovely James Dolan internet. So I completely missed a lot of what you said there. James Dolan does not want me to hear whatever it is you've said. So I blame James Dolan and his stupid Rangers and his stupid cable company and internet. Yeah.
So basically, what he was saying is that Tatar rejected a contract offer for a 1-year deal from the Devils.
I saw that. Yeah,
which opened up the window. Which opened the window to Fitzgerald saying, all right, well, you know what? We're going to make a move. So he went and got it to Foley instead, which, by the way, Toffoli has been saying since he got here, he's like, I wanted a long-term deal in Calgary. Didn't happen. Mm-hmm. I would love a long-term deal where I can be comfortable somewhere. He wants to settle down. He wants to be in a place where he's going to have like a stability. But then he gets here and he sees like Jack Hughes and he's like, he flat out said, no disrespect to anybody he's played with before, but Jack Hughes might be the most talented hockey player he's ever played with. That's a huge compliment in the first place.
Big time.
Big time. This dude's got some hardware in his cabinet, so it's not like he's just some bum off the street. But the fact that he's coming in, he's like, this is a whole different realm that we're in. About like the Devils are in a different world that we're used to, where guys want to come here, they want to play here. So like you bring it to Foley, he's going to be like, yeah, figure it out. I'll sign long term. So. Hearing what he had to say about Jack is great, but Scotty's right. Like that whole, it's like a little step in the history of what's going on right now. That if Tatar takes that deal, Toffoli's not here. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how it all kind of unfolded.
And it's not the first we've seen that. Like if that Johnny Gaudreau deal happened last year, our team would look drastically different. So this is 2 summers in a row where we're. Yeah, this is 2 summers in a row where 2 deals kind of fell through, and in turn turned out to be better than we probably could have had, or at least for now it looks like. It's we still haven't seen regular season games. All signs are pointing to Foley being successful here, but that'll definitely come out once the season gets rolling and we start seeing him in the regular season play and all that stuff. But it's just that's been the way the Devils have gone the last 2 summers. These deals that we thought were going to happen, they didn't happen. Although the Tatar thing, we didn't really know much about it. It was very quiet until he just came out. It almost sounded like from the way that I read it, and I could have read it wrong, that Tatar, as much as he wanted term, he couldn't get term, or there was something that was preventing him from getting term, and almost seemed like he regretted not taking the deal. Or did I read that wrong? I mean, I don't know if I read that wrong,
way too. I felt that way too.
Yeah.
No, it definitely felt like he was trying to get more, and then when he realized he couldn't get more, he was like, "Oh, damn it! I should have
taken it." Yeah, and then
he took another shot at a Calgary Flame, and this one worked out. Johnny strike 1, Chuck strike 2, Toffoli home run.
Bring it!
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks because it seems like he wanted to stay here, but that's the business side of the whole. That's definitely the business side of the game. It's you have to take those deals when they're offered, and sometimes you wait too long, or you hem and you haw, and you wind up losing out. So
also,
good luck to him. I did like him here, but
I like Tatar, but he's also got to look at his playoff performance, which we know through his career has not been very good, unfortunately. And the Devils are looking to be a perennial playoff team. So, there's that factor in there as well, which is, I think, was a big reason why he wasn't going to get the amount of years that he was looking for, out of Fitzy. Age, whatever, but I think it's the performance in the playoffs, which has been lacking throughout his career. Which is really the factor there. And with Toffoli, it's an upgrade. It is.
Absolutely. It's an upgrade.
They're both good guys and everything like that. No disrespect to Tatar. We called him many times on Devils After Dark and here on this podcast as well. Like he was the big brother of the team. You could just you just get those vibes when you see him on the plane and just see him in the locker room. He had total big bro vibes with all those young guys there. And, I think Toffoli coming in is going to be that same exact person for them. Did he get an A? Did Toffoli get an A?
I don't know. He did in the game that the preseason, but preseason is weird.
Just one game.
Give an A.
They kind of spread it out. Yeah, they kind of spread it out in preseason. It's like the temporary letters.
That's what I thought. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something that was like a permanent thing.
Stephen Angle just said, I'm rocking a tackle for a loss hat. but only Scotty.
Oh,
would know
no,
what
that's
this hat's from.
That's
That's
TFL. One of the
TFL.
greatest fantasy football leagues in the world.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
You're looking at the
It didn't bring me any luck
champion
today. I wore it today because I needed some luck. My team still got blown out. Joe Burrow, God damn it. Come on. Get your stuff together, man. Anyways, back to hockey. Go on, Scotty. Sorry.
No. I'm excited about these games. I love the performance. Talking again about Alexander Holtz. I thought he played well. I think it's a challenge for him in the preseason to play with the likes of a Nico and Timo Meyer. Do they continue that way into the regular season if he makes a team? I'm not sure. We'll see how that all plays out. But I've liked what I've seen from his game. You see a lot more of the skating. He's still got things that he needs to work on 100%. But I definitely see the improvement. And, man, that shot last night, Timo just kind of threw the puck towards the center of the ice there, and I believe it kind of deflected off of Nico Hischier. I don't know if it was a stick or a skate. It deflected off of Nico Hischier. Yeah. But, man, the way Holtz was able to accept that broken play pass and just one fellow motion, just and I mean, that puck was whipped up top and into the back of the net.
So let's put it this way. Like, it feels like everybody's saying the right thing about him. And it's not like, and to bring another football reference into this, it's not like the Jets are talking about like, oh, we stand behind Zach Wilson. He's good. When we all know that he's terrible. It's not like that. It's like you look at Nico and everybody else have been saying like, you know what, Holtz is in he's skating better. He's going out there. He's like faster than he was last year. He's on the puck a little bit harder. He's getting into like these different areas. Like it feels like he's finally got it. And the coaches are saying it. The players are saying it. You're seeing the results. I feel like he might be ready to make that big step. And it's like, if he can make that big step, that's such a huge boost to this lineup. Because you look at it, it's already stacked. Like the Devils lineup, like going into this year without him is fine. You could put a top 6 together and you're like, all right, we're good. You don't need to have him in that top 6, but if he's ready and he's finally good to take that big step and be that like, all right, cool, this is why you drafted him so high, then, oh man, this team is going to be deadly. Because then you can roll 3 top lines, like 3 really deep top lines. And that's what makes the Devils really good. It's not like, okay, you got that one line, you got Jack. If you shut Jack down, all right, the Devils, they're not going to score as much. Like, if Nico's not out there, maybe they might not be able to like shut down your top line or, oh man, no, it's like you have 3 lines that you can really legitimately pull out there and be like, we could match you with anybody. Boston, whoever, doesn't matter. And then that 4th line, by the way, that 4th line that everybody's kind of forgetting about, Mikey McLeod, whatever's going on, who cares? At this moment right now, everything seems to be good, and he's good to go into the season. He seems poised to have a hell of a season. People that are looking at the team from the outside in are saying McLeod looks faster, stronger. People on the inside, faster, stronger. McLeod's looking like he's going to have a good year. You have interchangeable pieces. You have Lazar. You have all these different things in that 4th line. Bastion, who's going to be coming back. This team looks so deep. Noshik, you have such a deep team from top to bottom that you don't have to worry about like, oh, they shut down that one line. Oh, what are we going to do? No, it's like, all right, you shut down that one line, fine. We'll roll out line number 2. We have if you have somebody that's going to be heavy on our team, cool. We'll bring in a Timo Meyer. Like, we're not going to get bullied into corners. You're not going to be able to get the old school, Capitals team that are going to be like, oh, a heavy team can't compete with a heavy team anymore. I don't feel like it's going to be like that. I feel like this team is so good and balanced, and you have to give Fitzgerald so much credit because like, it's not like he loaded up one line and was like, oh, this is one line. This is going to be the look at Connor McDavid and Draisaitl. It's not like we got this one line, it'll score 1,000 points in a season. But then when you shut that line down, we suck. No, it feels like everything is really, really balanced, and that's what's really exciting about this team.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like Fitzgerald has been doing all along, and it's been done organically through the draft and signing the players that want to be here, that we have room for, that will fit in with the team. And you're right, that whole Edmonton Oiler method of just having your top line, and then after that, like if you can have these guys score all they want, but if the goalie can't keep it out of the net, like forget it. And
Exactly.
that's always been.
Oh, and Akira looks so good the other night. Oh,
yeah, what, 19 saves?
19 saves?
21. In the first period?
21.
Oh my God. It's like stupid. Like, holy crap. Like, I'm excited to see what that battle's going to look like as the season goes on, because I think we've seen what Akira can do. But I'm still going to be personally hesitant because, I mean, how many times have we gone down this path of this is the guy and then it's blown up? So it's probably different with him, but at the same time, I'm curious to see how he handles a work, like what his workload's going to be for the season. How many games is he going to play? How many games is VTech going to play? And then see what they do from there as far as come playoff time. I'm assuming they'll ride the hot hand. That's assuming we make it to the playoffs, which all signs are pointing that we will. But I'd be curious to see what the workload is, if it's going to be a 50-50 split, and then go from there with these guys to see what Akira can do with a full workload.
My only thing is, has either goaltender ever had a supporting cast like this? Do you know what I mean? Like going into the season, like you look at the supporting cast to like the goaltending battle is going to be interesting.
Yeah, Vanacek did that in Washington, but I don't know if.
Well, was Vanacek the number one when he went into that year? When he went into that year, was he the number one?
I don't think he's ever
fallen.
He's never actually
number one.
Yeah, well, I think
it was what's his name got hurt. I can't remember
until we signed him as our number one. I don't think he was ever supposed to be. No,
come on,
he's on Toronto now. I'm drawing a blank.
Yes.
Vassie's out, by the way. Poor Schwim on Hockey and Tapped.
Yeah, 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his mind. Oh man, why am I? Oh man. Anyway, Samsonite.
Slippy, Samson. It's on the briefcase.
Yeah. No, that'll be a fun thing to see, that with these goalies going into the season with this supporting cast. You're right. It's definitely going to be something that they haven't had. I think the defense is still a little young, and the defense just has to prove that they can handle it, which I would hope they can. That's definitely a question. I want to say that might be the biggest question going into the season. Is this relatively young defensive core going to be able to handle all the work they're going to get and step up to the plate with that? Because the forwards are pretty much squared away. Goaltending, it doesn't matter who's going to be in. And then I'm sure we'll see our old buddy Keith Kincaid at some point. I'm sure we'll see him in a game or two.
It's so weird.
I hope not. I hope not, because that means one of them is down and out. But I think that would really be our only question mark, is this defensive core. But the goaltending seems to be pretty solidied. It's just who's going to be hot and who are they going to ride.
Yeah, Max and Supernova, you're right. Samsonov was
Samsonov. There he goes.
Almost like Samsonite.
Yes. Almost like
Samson. Slippy, slappy.
I knew it was something with an S.
Josh,
too. I was like, why can't I think this?
Josh.
I was thinking of a V for some reason, but I'm
so was I. So was I.
Know?
So Josh was saying, do you guys see the Jack interview on the 32 Thoughts podcast? And I did. And I have to say,
I did not.
That was one of the most relaxed I've ever seen Jack Hughes give an interview or any kind of
get and chill.
I feel like
he hates interviews.
He does, but I feel like he's starting to understand. He's starting to get it. Like you get to a point where you're like, bro, listen, you're probably Cal McCarr away from being the face of the EA Sports NHL 23-24.
Mm-hmm.
He no doubt listen, if he has a stellar year, which we all hope and predict he will, you think he's going to get over 100 points. You think that next year it's going to be probably maybe him, Quinn, and Luke on the cover of NHL 25.
Hopefully
25.
all Devils jerseys.
So, by the way, when I say like 25, it like weirds me out considering like how I'm like, oh my God, we've been out of high school for this long.
What is
25 years.
I don't even know why. I don't even know why
you're
that
still
makes
in
a
high
difference.
school.
Seriously,
I am.
You go to high school every day.
I don't want to go to. I don't want to grow up. I want to stay. I don't want to go to high school.
I've been going to this high school for
stay
7
here as long as you can.
years.
I know, yeah. But regardless, but point being is like
Herbie Hancock.
Dude. No, like never mind. But
good call.
The interview with Jack, it seems like he's starting to understand that he is a superstar. And you could see he's starting to get more comfortable in that skin, like more comfortable in that role. If the Devils do what they need to do, listen, the fact that they have an outdoor game at Giant Stadium this year wouldn't have happened 3 years ago. By the way, got my tickets. You guys got your tickets. We all got our tickets yet, right? Yeah, we all got them.
I believe we do.
We're gonna have one hell of a time out there.
Oh my gosh!
I can't wait. We need to talk off air about Arizona, but we'll talk about that later. But I can't wait for that. But the fact that this team they're going to be doing an outdoor game. They're going to be one of those marquee games. They're on prime
the Saturday
time.
game. We're the Saturday game. We're not the Sunday game.
Yeah.
We're the Saturday night game. 8:00 on a Saturday night.
Yes. They're starting to draw attention to the NHL. You know why? Because it's not just like Fitzgerald built this team in the right way. He said to all the guys that are the marquee players, Jack could have gotten 10. Jack could have gotten 11. After last year, he could have held out. He could have gotten to a point where he's like, I want to be McDavid paid. That's crazy. Yes, I understand. But he could have went to the Devils and been like, what are you without me?
Mm-hmm.
Nico could have gone there and said, I want 10 plus. And the way that Fitzgerald is putting this team together and saying, why do I want to give everybody you could take all the crumbs. You could take everything off the table. But what do we have left for everybody else? The way that the team is being put together and constructed is perfect. It's perfect.
Well, I think what really helps the Devils in that is you have the examples in Edmonton and Toronto of the long-term success the team has when you pay these guys what they demand and you neglect the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Edmonton,
100%.
I hate this.
Yep.
We will if Connor McDavid wins a Stanley Cup, I doubt it'll be with Edmonton.
I'd be shocked. No, it won't be.
And
it'll be after he gets traded to the Kings like Gretzky. And then,
yeah, right. Oh my gosh,
how weird would that be?
And you could potentially say the same thing with the likes of Austin Matthews, like these guys just. But it's also on the players too. That like all those players, they're just demanding what they're being told their market value is, and they're being short-sighted as well. Just saying, well, I want to make what I'm supposed to make, and damn the rest of the team, I want my money. I want to say this is also Fitzgerald and the scouting department finding the right guys with the right personality that are willing to buy in. I mean, because let's think back to all those years,
even veterans,
even the veterans. Yeah,
it's a great example.
And
he could have made way more.
Oh my gosh, he could have. And we were afraid he was going to make way more and really strap the team. But that may also be Fitzgerald and his negotiating style and his personality with these players to show them what the long-term plan and vision is, which means that they trust him.
Negotiate with Claude Lemieux.
No, I wouldn't either. No.
Unless you're hard,
easy, right? Unless you be like, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. The thing that blows. Okay.
Was that
even
Claude
in
Lemieux?
negotiations? I think Pep was like hitting Fitzgerald, like spearing him with a stick when he wasn't looking and stuff like
Was
that
that
on the negotiation
no.
table.
All right, so I can't remember if I'm thinking the right thing. Was that Claude Lemieux that gave a sucker punch to Ty Domi when he was bent over the bench all those years ago?
I mean,
Like
it
someone,
sounds very Pep-esque.
I want to say it was.
Probably.
I want to say someone got checked into the bench and right in front of Claude Lemieux, and it was just like a quick little uppercut while he was like prone, pinned against the boards. But yeah, it's
Max, that's another one. Jesper Bratt.
Well,
Jesper
Bratt. I was going to say the same thing. I was going to bring that up too.
I was so ready to say goodbye to Jesper Bratt, and
for sure.
Going to
and years past, by the way.
Years past. I was so ready to be like, all right, see ya. But there's a long-term plan that we probably aren't privy to hearing that these guys all see and know. But there's something right.
Endorsement deal.
There is something right going behind the scenes in that locker room that is keeping these guys here and wanting them and them wanting to push for this glory that is going to be with the Devils.
And you know what? And if you're a fan of the team, and if that doesn't make you so goddamn excited you're jumping up and down,
long-term excited.
I've been watching every preseason game like it is a regular season game, getting down to like February, and watching this team click together. And I'm watching it going like this. This is the most excited I've ever been for any season in the last maybe 15 years, maybe even more. Because you look at the talent on this team, you look at all the guys buying into it. You look at what Fitzgerald's building, and some people are like,
guys that are just showing up too.
Well, yeah,
Toffoli.
But
look at Toffoli. He hasn't even played an official game with the team yet, and he's like, sign me up.
Yeah. And his dad is saying it. Not even him. It's his dad. His dad's coming out. He's like, he loves it here. He wants to stay. But like, this team. Go ahead.
Let's not forget. For years, as much as we all love Lou Lamoriello, this was a lunch pail team. This was a lunch pail team with.
There's a lot
that
of
was
like
talented
guys.
That was and the guys were talented. Obviously, we won 3 Stanley Cups. We should have won. At least one
way
more.
more than that.
Yeah,
at least 2 more.
At least 2. Well, yeah, but at the same time, it was. We were all when Kovalchuk came to the team. That was our first bit of like, oh, a superstar. Even though we had one of the greatest goaltenders of all time naturally come up through our system, I want to say a lot of people took Brodeur for granted because he was here, everybody. He was part of the team. Yeah. But that may be another reason why these guys are willing to buy in, because you have someone in the front office in Martin Brodeur who's like, this is what it's like to be on this team. This is the glory. And if you want to if you want to do something successful in your career, you're going to want to buy in with one team, which he did. So there's that influence there, along with Breland, that's there as well. But for years, this was such a lunch pail team. We all got excited when Kovalchuk signed here. It's like, oh my gosh, our first real legitimate superstar forward.
Superstar, yeah.
All of a sudden, we go through this dry spell. We go through this awful period, and we start drafting right. We start drafting the right guys. We draft Nico Hischier.
We had that Taylor Hall moment. Like, and
that was such a fleeting moment. That was like we couldn't even get the glory of that trade because hours later,
because it didn't feel right.
No, but hours later, what was that? Hours later was the PK
Subban and
what's
Weber
his name
trade.
Swap. Yeah, we couldn't even bask in the glory. We couldn't even bask in the glory of trading Taylor Hall for Adam Larson.
And to be honest with you, even when Hall came here, and if you don't feel this way, everybody, dude, myself included, I was so pumped that Taylor Hall was here. Mm-hmm. And it felt like Scotty said this like back in the day when we had Taylor Hall and we started the podcast, and Scotty came on and he was like, you know what? It feels like we're pushing too fast, too forward. We're we're trying to mortgage the future right now, and it doesn't feel right. And you're basically saying, like, in so many words, that we have Taylor Hall. We're trying to make it work. We're trying to push, square pegs into round holes, and it's not working. And a lot of people were like, screw it. We got Taylor Hall. Hey, we're on a run right now. And like, we were on this like magical, crazy run that Taylor Hall had in this, his Hart Trophy win year. And it was a blip. And it was like this fun ride, but it meant nothing.
Because
the whole Taylor Hall, he didn't want to be here. And that's how it felt. Like, if you look back, no. And if you look back, it was like he never wanted to be here. He never wanted to be a part of the team. And anybody can challenge me on that and be like, oh, no, of course he did. BS, dude. You look back at, like, when he first got traded here, he was not happy to be here. He did not want to be here. He did not want to be a Devil. He had a hell of a year, yes. We rode that wave. It was great. But those wheels came off real quick. Real quick.
Since then, he's been on 4 teams, I think. Going into his 4th with Chicago. Oh, no, 5, because he was on Buffalo for a little bit, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. But
so 5. He's been on 5 teams since us. You're right, though.
Arizona,
you're totally right.
Arizona, Buffalo,
Boston,
Bruins, Boston.
He's in Chicago now. I feel like there was one more.
4 or 5, yeah. There's probably one more.
I feel like there's one more that I can't remember. But anyway, it's
during that point, we were like, everybody got pumped. Oh, PK Subban's here. Oh, wow, we've got this. This is completely different. This is a team.
This is building from the ground up.
Well-balanced, good, complete team. Completely different.
And they're only going to get better because,
oh my gosh, that's the best part.
Because
that's the best part.
As you mentioned, the goaltending and the defense is still, getting there. They're not there yet. We have so many young studs there on that defensive line, and man, is it going to be good for years and years to come.
And I think the goaltending is further along right now than the defense. But I hope that the defense just does what they did last year and just kind of pick up with the new guys in place, and then just go for it. I think it'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Might have to.
Well,
here's what I want. I want either Vitek or Akira to force me to get a brand new jersey with a current goalie on the back. That's what I want.
But not, you know what? Short Sky, can I say this? Not because of this year, because 2 years down the road.
That's fine. I want one of the two of them.
I do understand what I mean by that.
No. I understand what you mean. I want one of those two to force me to get a jersey that isn't myself or one of the retired players on the back.
By the way, there has to be a Stadium Series jersey that's going to come out, right?
Probably.
I get a jersey every year, pretty much, and so I'm waiting to hear what the Stadium Series jersey is going to be like. It's going to be like the green and red, like throwback.
Hopefully,
hopefully
it's a real.
I hope so.
Like black jersey instead of the jersey. Hopefully, it's a real.
Oh, if they do black, they do black, they better go
jersey?
right. They better go right.
Like that starter jersey. Just make that damn starter jersey over again.
Or the hat that I normally wear on the podcast, the black
That's
hat
a good one
with the
too.
white NJ on it.
Too.
That white
that's
NJ.
a good one too.
God, that'd be sick.
There's so many easy ways that they can go there, but
So
we won't get into that. We won't get into that.
We won't get
another day.
Hopefully they will have a particular jersey though for it, because that seems to be quite the tradition for many teams that do play in the outdoor games.
Yeah,
to have a special jersey for it. So
save up your pennies, boys, buying more jerseys this year.
Take tickets and jerseys.
Jeez, tickets and jerseys.
Well, we should get to our final thoughts here, because we're coming to the end of the old podcast.
We're already there.
I can go first.
Go first,
as you guys gather your thoughts. I just want to say, because we were talking before about goaltenders and being the man and trying to replace Marty and everything like that. Happy trails to old Corey Schneider, who officially announced his retirement. Corey was put into a really rough situation, originally, with Luongo over there in Vancouver, and then coming over to replace a legend, the greatest goaltender ever, who wasn't ready to be replaced yet. And it was a very difficult situation for him that he navigated brilliantly on his part. And Corey, wish we had a team like we have now. While you were in goal, I wish, maybe you got traded just now, and you were coming to our team, because you would have made such the difference, those first few years before he had the hip injuries and everything like that. He was just unbelievable in net, getting peppered night in, night out, and making some really, really incredible saves, standing on his head. And even in the downtimes, Corey was a true pro, taking his demotions down to the AHL level, all in stride, working hard, never letting it be a distraction to the team. I hope Corey does continue to do some things with the team in the future with the alumni and everything. But hell of a career, Corey. I wish he could have got, a cup here in Jersey. But you did put on spectacular performances night in and night out on some not so good teams. So thank you, Corey
being
Schneider.
polite. You're being very polite about that.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I'll say, first of all, thank you to everybody out there. Thank you to our friends on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Twitter, on Twitch, on every platform. Honestly, we say this every time, but we really couldn't do this without you. And the best part about the season is going to be interacting with all of you, interacting with a lot of fans at American Whiskey, which is going to be, by the way, right around the corner. We're like a week and a half away from the season starting. So the fact that we're going to be live at the Devil's home opener at American Whiskey, or we're going to see a bunch of people live. We're going to be out there this year, and we're going to see a lot of you guys. That's my favorite part. My favorite part is like interacting with everybody on social media and all the things that you say, all the comments that you say. I hope you understand that we're sitting here, we're reading everything that you're saying as it's coming in live, because we're one of the few podcasts that actually does it live. It's the best part. And we're all in this ride together. This is going to be one of the most amazing seasons ever. We don't know what's going to happen, but I can tell you this, from our point of view, from what the team looks like going into the season, looking at training camp, watching all these preseason games, hopefully you're as excited as we are. We have a lot of big things going on this year. We'll get into that later in the year, but thank you to everybody out there. And we hope to keep riding this wave with you. So as we're going on along with this, we're excited to have you with us. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the things that you say. Max, we have a big surprise for you coming up soon. We can't tell you what, but we'll tell you soon. Max knows. He knows. Get those chugs ready, because we got it going on. But yeah, this season's going to be great.
Yeah. All right. I guess it's my turn. Hopefully James Dolan doesn't freeze me up. But anyway, I'm looking forward to a good season. I've not been able to catch all the preseason games you guys have because I've been stupid busy. But come regular season, come the 12th, come that first home game at American Whiskey at Prudential Center, I'm looking forward to this. This is hopefully going to be a big year. And it's just, I'm looking forward to a lot of fun. And I have to say, we have a big announcement next week too. I'll throw that out there as well.
Big
announcement.
That we do. But there is a big announcement coming next week that we're going to be super psyched about. And Sam Wu did remind me that Corey Schneider also housed Jack Hughes for the first 6 months that he was in New Jersey. Jack was basically living in his basement. And Corey was
also cost us Connor McDavid too, so just saying. There's good and bad. There's good and bad in that whole situation.
Yeah.
He did hang out with Jack, but he also cost us Connor McDavid, so whatever.
We have a huge announcement going to be kicking off next week. So next Sunday, make sure you're tuned in here. Special announcement. We'll be doing some more season predictions as well. Maybe we'll do some over-unders and some points and some goals, some assists and everything else like that. All that fun stuff. Maybe we'll do some line combinations. We'll see what everyone comes up with. But make sure you tune in next Sunday night here. Let's Go Devils podcast. Hit the like button. Hit the follow, the subscribe. Once again, all completely free to do. Nothing goes to the Mrs. Wu get Sam out of jail free card account. But
or the Mrs. Wu get Sam on a right diet track.
Get on the right diet. Yeah. We're going to be back.
It all goes to the Sam Wu salad account.
The Sam Wu salad account. That's right.
Salad bar.
That beef salad. Salad.
Yeah.
You know how Sam Wu does it. But no, we're going to be back next Sunday. Sam will probably be along as well. All three of us, and we're going to be talking, a couple days out from the season kicking off on October the 12th. Cannot wait.
Sunday.
So make sure you're back here next week. Big announcement from the Let's Go Devils podcast. I think you're going to be excited about.
So, I know I am.
For Shorts Guy, for Beer Baron, for the great Sam Wu, I'm Scotty. Let's go Devils.